So yeah.
But like, let's change it up a little bit. Now, your album 580. When I listen to it, I love it because it feels like real R&B. It feels like it's coming back. How do you feel about the state of R&B now? And talk about your album a little bit.
That's a good question. Somebody just asked me this question. My boy DC from Cameo just asked me this question the other day, and I fumbled over it because I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I wanted to say the right thing. Like it was just stupid. I'm ready now. Basically, is what I'm saying. For me, 580 is an R&B project. I grew up on Mary J. Blige, SWV, Janet Jackson. Like what that R&B was. It just that it made you feel good. You think about that last relationship that you were in, whether it worked out great or it didn't work out. It takes you to a moment. So that's kind of what I wanted to create around this project. I wanted it to be real R&B, like, cause that's who I am ultimately. I think right now there's like this new R&B thing that's happening that I actually think is really dope. It's like a trap R&B kind of vibe.
Trap and B.
It's called Trap and B?
I don't know.
Okay. I made it up. That's cute. And so, there's like these different twists to R&B and what it's, forming into, which I think is dope. But, for me, I'm really into like that, singing from that gut. You know what I mean?
The diaphragm.
Yes, the Jasmine Sullivan, the Brandy, that sweet rasp. That's what I grew up on. And by the way, let me say, like, I was afraid of my voice, like, when I was younger, because it was so deep. And so I used to be like, this is not how you're supposed to sing. And then I would hear people like Mary and Brandy, and I'd be like, well, they got that sweet rasp too. Yeah. I still wasn't fully, confident in it. And what I will say is when I moved to Atlanta, Yancey Richardson, he's actually over L7. I went to Atlantic through L7. And he was, I'll give him credit on this, would say, like, don't be afraid of that voice. Like, that's the voice that's going to make you, that sweet strain thing. So from that moment on, I just embraced it, and I've been moving with it. And when you hear the 580 Project, you're going to hear that. Yeah. Like, and that, to me, that reminds me of traditional R&B. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, and that, then when you hear that, you'll hear like, okay, she's inspired by Mary, Brandy, Usher, like those artists, those special, artists.
That song, I Just Want to Be Loved. Girl,
you like it?
I love that song. It really feels like 90s vibe, like that real R&B.
Thank you.
I love it. I mean, of course, the whole album too, but that's my jam.
You know what's crazy is I was scared of this project. And so when you say you like it, I'm really like, really? Because I promise you, like, when I did this project, I was like beaten down, like, not feeling as confident as I felt in the past. So
it happens to all of us.
Yeah, and and that's what I wanted to go back to, that relatable music where like, no, I've been there too. I'm probably there with you. Let's sing this shit together. Like, so when I did I Just Want to Be Loved, like, I felt like that about the industry. I felt like that about my personal life and relationships, and there's people out there who, damn, like, listen, this is who I am. Like, just love me for who I am. Right. And so when to the point I'm like, sometimes I wonder if it's love out there for me. Like, that shit is real. It's like, is it me? Like, sometimes I wonder if I'm even built to be in a relationship or to be loved the way I feel like I deserve. You know what I'm saying?
You're saying how I feel, girl.
I'm telling you. So it's just crazy that I'm so glad you like it, because I was really nervous when I put it together. So.
Now, I was looking online. I see that you have worked with T.I., B.O.B., that's my jam too, and Coco, actually, from SWV, right?
Yeah.
What other singers or artists would you want to work with in the future?
Well, I am a big ass Chris Brown fan. Yeah. I love Chris Brown. Like, this dude is just like, his story, just like how he keep coming back, and he keep coming back with hits after hit after hit, like, and he is like an entertainer. I like entertainers. I like Janet because she's a well-rounded entertainer. I feel like Usher and people like Chris Brown are in that pocket. So if I had to pick anybody, it would be, Chris Brown.
Yeah, so. And I see too, on your show, you get with it too. You got the little dance moves and stuff. She gets with it. Okay.
I'll be trying.
Yeah. Now, on this project 580, what producers did you work with?
Well, like I said before, I really went back like grassroots. It was to the point where I came back home, and when I tell you, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be honest. So when I came back home and my business situations got a little different, people stopped answering their phones. I was kind of like solo on some level. So I took it back to like, okay, Tracks a Million. This is a producer who is from the Bay Area, who is one of the first producers to give me a shot to let me sing on his music several years ago. And when you think of him, you think of like, hip hop, bass. Like, you don't really think of R&B, but I know that he had that in him,
right?
And he would be there if I called. And so I hit him, and I'm like, listen, I'm gonna just do a project. I don't know what's gonna happen with it, but I'm gonna just throw that shit out there. And he was like, whatever you need. So it started from there. So Tracks a Million did I Just Want to Be Loved. And then there's other producers around that are really dope, like The Legion. They did All I Really Want. Beat Rock did Memories and Broken. And so it's just a lot of like Bay Area producers that I knew could give me what I needed to kind of like build this vision that I had.
Yeah.
So I just really took it back like to basics. And I'm telling you,
we love it. We appreciate it.
I'm telling you, the birth of 580 came from me being stripped down to nothing. I was pretty much naked, and I had to figure out how to get clothes back on my body. And there was nobody really around to help. There were some people, like Empire Records was Empire in San Francisco. They've been really dope. So it was a lot of different like people who stepped up and did help me, but they stepped up. It was nobody else there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I tell you 580 is just like some shit that I just came up with, I was literally walking the lake one day like, I gotta do something. And that's how it started.
Yeah, Netta, I really love your story.
Thank you.
I love the album. 580. Where can you get 580?
You can get it right now, iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify. You can listen to it on Pandora. You can even order a physical copy. I still like physical CDs. I still like to read the credits and know what's happening. I guess I'm old school in that way, I don't know. You can order it on rapbay.com. If you are in the Bay Area, you can pick it up at your local recipe. Yeah, check it out. Like, I'm gonna be doing more music, I'm gonna be putting out more stuff, soon. Right now, that is the latest product that I have. It's like my baby. So I'm like nervous about it, like excited about it. So I'm glad you like it.
Thank you. And this is Life, Lyrics, and Lipstick. This is Netta Brielle, Bay Area. Out.
Was I rambling?
You did.